Ready to go put out some American wildflowers, native wildflowers. But now I gotta walk all the way around because I got it fenced in on 3 of the 6 sides. So this whole right side is done. I'll have to stump my shoe.
Living off scraps in the robot wing.
This side's done. This back is done. Got that side done last week. And then walking down the middle of this. Now there's a lot of good grasses in here for them to come in here and start munching on here soon. And then all that brush and stuff is going to be pulled over there and burnt up over on that side. Start clearing this out and getting more seed down to turn this into another good pasture ground for these horses. But today we got the south side of the south side yard done. So this direction here is south facing for us. So we came down, got that done. This side done last week. So I worked on this space here. Came around. Came down here, around here. I need to, and got this whole face done here with the 6 strands that we're going to be running. And my 6 strands are spaced 4 inches apart. Because what I'm going to end up doing is running fence stays in between to make like my own fencing. Squared block fencing. And I'll probably run those. I mean, these barbs are 5 inches apart, so I'll probably run them right here in the middle, almost 5 inches apart, maybe even tighter on some of the spaces. But we came down here. Came down here and then tied it off here. This tree here that it's tied off to, this will be cut down into a post size, and then next we'll be running this section, getting the T-post and stuff in for that, and running this section here. But before I do that, I want to focus up there with the little bit of wire that I have left. I want a brand new roll when I start this, make sure I can get this completed. But that's what we got so far. And then the wire, my 2 bottom strands here were wire that was up previously that I recycled, and then my top 3, well, my 4th one here, this is 80% brand new wire, and then some shorter pieces to tie it off. And then this one here, my top 3 are all fresh brand new wire, and that's what we're doing. So I'm about to sprinkle these wildflowers on the outside here on this slope and just let that fill in. Let that fill in with wildflowers and do its thing. I just stabbed myself in the arm with this damn wire. I gotta be careful myself with this damn wire. I should know better. But yeah, let me go ahead and take care of that. It came out and mowed it down just to get it to fall on the ground. It's gonna act like natural fertilizer, insulation, and moisture retention as I take care of that. And then all that old stuff on the outside, all that stuff will be removed at some point. I was going to go ahead and put in post like we have here, but I'll wait, get this stuff run, and then I'll come back and have posts I'll put in between each one of these locations just to sturdy it up some more, and then we'll go from there with that. Ooh, I got myself pretty good. That one hurt my hand. But anyway, we're inside of this, and it goes way back in there and then down that way. This is the second largest paddock. The largest paddock is the north side paddock. But let me sprinkle these wildflowers in. I'm gonna go chill. What's going on, man? Out here working on the coop. Look, it's been so long since I shaved, man. I gotta get the tan on my face. Look, it's so low. But I'm out here working on the coop. I'm trying to get this thing done. It's raining again. 15, 16. Just adding another roosting bar in here, as well as doing some final touches while I have this thing under construction. Just trying to get as much of this as possible done before we get the birds in. My thought is, once I get the birds in here, I don't want to do too much construction on this thing. I want to be able to enjoy my birds. Right? I guess that's the goal, is to be able to enjoy the birds. Alright, so I have my roosting bars in. I have my back one in, this one here, which is 15 inches away from that back wall. And then I have the second one that is right here underneath the camera, which is 15 inches away to the front of the back one. So using the 2x, what is this, a 2x4, really 2x3.5, that'll get it about 12.5 inches away from the rear roosting bar to the rear of this roosting bar here. I think that's a good distance away. Yeah. So now I have my 2 roosting bars in. Yeah, there we go. Of course I did. Alright, so I have the 2 roosting bars, the floor, the roosting bar, and then the other roosting bar. So I have 2 roosting bars in solid, so they don't move anywhere still. Both of them have that little bit of bounce to it that I want, so it's not just resting on the floor, but it's also, you know, kind of helping support. And when I could clean, I could just kind of blow everything or whatever I need to do out. I did have a cicada killer. I think that's what they're called, the giant wasps, like that big. It's probably got down in that hole. So as of right now, because it's raining, I can't do the outside work that I want. I have some fence paneling pieces that I want to use up, and I'm just going to completely solid that back wall in, so you won't even see the light up there. It'll be a solid wall back there, and then I'm not sure if I'm going to do this side or not, but maybe I'll do this back in too. So it's 2 really solid. Well, I mean, this is solid. It's covered up by siding, but just working on the coop project right now. Just trying to get it done, all the little pieces. I'm going to take a piece of this here, and I'll put it down there at the bottom, because I do think I want to run a sand kind of thing in here. So yeah, let me get back to work. I love this homesteading thing, going to different communities, different areas of your state, you know, for different purposes, different reasons, and you find those feed shops, and you can load up on food for your animals at a fraction of the cost. Like all of this here in my local area would have ran me roughly close to 300 bucks. I got all this stuff for half the cost. All of it. That's 1, 2, 350 pounds of horse feed.
told the stone back up, I don't feel no tie. Got faith like a sea, but it move like a ride. Mother size, yeah, but it punch like a quake. Till the mountain get gone, watch the earth shake. They said I couldn't, but the words that I can. Ain't no cap in this promise, I stand like a man. No doubt in my veins, just believe and grind. I speak with faith and the stars align. You don't need a throne, just a mustard seed. Speak to the stone, big on board of your creed, fasting and praying. That's the outlaw code. I ride with the spirit down this broken road. Ain't nothing too hard when you ride.
Great morning. It's your man Chris Jones of that good old No Name Farm. No, can't get them. Today, me and my daughter about to take a trip. Go get some more T-posts. I'm gonna try to get the south pasture T-post in completely, and then I'm gonna begin to run the wire. So I think by next week, I want to get them over there feeding on the other grass and give this paddock over here that they've been in a rest. And then I'll move them back over to this paddock. Oh no! Am I back? Yeah, I'm back. I'm moving back over to this paddock, at nighttime. But there's my guys. They got the breakfast, feeding them up. Let me run to the feed store. Catch you on the next one. Oh man, it's so much to do, man. So much to do. But now I need to go from here to there, and then this will be completely enclosed for the most part. Yeah, but I went ahead and did this back line here. 7 strands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 down at the bottom on this back end of the garden orchard. Like I've been saying, I have to do this in sections in order to accomplish the overall goal, but to ensure if, say for instance, the tree came down here and knocked this down, that it doesn't disturb over there where animals may be. So we're inside the garden orchard here, and then this is my alleyway that I will be funneling the animals back down to the north side yard from the south yard. All right, so came in, had to cut up some stuff, and I went to there. So this section is from that tree down 100 plus feet. Then I have this big H brace as well as a slant to make a T kind of thing to go on this back end of the garden orchard here, which I will start stringing this. Maybe I'll finish this up. Maybe I'll finish this up with a new roll, and I'll use the rest of that roll down there to finish that, close that off. But we came around here, and I just went ahead, and today I knocked down a couple of the trees, like on the fence post. Knocked down the trees so it's there. My son to come and shave the back end of these, or I don't even know if we really need to. I cut down that tree into a fence post. This one into a fence post. Here, knocked it down there. This one, it didn't go as well as I wanted it to. I wanted it to fall a little bit more, but because of the way it was going to fall here, I left a hinge on here so it's just stuck right there, and not hitting the fence and putting the pressure on the fence. So this fence here, I gotta tighten all of this down. I didn't tighten any of that down yet. I just kind of ran the lines, and then I was like, let me go ahead and run this back line so I can do the T-post, the T-shaped H brace, whatever, that corner section. But this tree will come down, and then this tree here and that tree there, they would totally come down all the way down at the bottom and be turned into logs for buildings or fence post or whatever it may be. I do need to construct a building over there, so those might be the main logs for that, as well as this one. Came around T-post, 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 T-post. Like I said, I need to just tie them on, get them on there. And then I end it here. This is now a door, and I will put the door in as soon as I get this strong, and I don't really have to go back and forth in there. So once I get the rest of this here strong, I'll go ahead and put the door on, and then Garden Orchard is fenced off, and we're working on this side of the fence line. But yeah, let me go in and take a break. Can't even see it so bright.
We're just walking this road, step by step in time.
Well, let me eat this.
Little sparks in a grand design. Every year brings a clearer sight.
Marshmallow.
There's a quiet grace in another sunrise.
Wait, roasted marshmallow. I don't even eat them joints.
No need to race what we can't control. Every mile
And
shakes
softball.
the heart and soul.
Boy, that black snake scared the doo-doo out of me.
Plant the seed, let it grow.
Ooh, Lordy.
Say Yahuwah, let it flow.
I was just about to grab it
Plant
too.
the seed, let it
Right
fall.
there, he looking slam at
One
me.
seed can change it all. Say his name, say his name, say it clear, say it clear. Watch it move, watch it move, watch it bloom. Plant the seed, do your part, do your part. Let it reach, every
I'm gonna leave him alone.
Plant the seed,
Let him sunbathe,
let it grow.
get his rest,
Say
and then he
Yahuwah,
can go on about his business and I'm moving straight later.
plant the seed.
I just wanna say thank you, Lord, for this day. I just wanna say thank you, Lord, for this day. For there've been temptations, big and small. There've been situations when I thought I would fall. But Lord, you have been there with me, and I just wanna say thank you, Lord, for this day. I just wanna say thank